Lovely viewers, gather around because today's story is one that has taken over every corner of the internet and filled millions of hearts with warmth, joy, and pure sweetness. As we talk about the viral video of Lee Min-ho's babies that the entire world simply cannot stop watching. Imagine clicking into your social media feed and suddenly seeing a clip so tender, so unexpected, and so unbelievably precious that everything else around you fades. That is exactly what happened when Lee Min-ho, yes, the global superstar himself, shared a rare never-before-seen moment with his babies. Fans didn't even have time to breathe before the clip exploded all over TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and every platform you can think of. The hashtags shot up in minutes. Comments flooded in by the thousands, and even celebrities from across countries chimed in because the video was simply too adorable to ignore. Now, lovely viewers, before we dive deep, let me ask you, have you ever seen something so cute that you actually paused whatever you were doing just to replay it again and again? That's the kind of moment we're talking about. From the second the video went public, fans couldn't help but feel that soft tug at their hearts. Even people who aren't usually emotional found themselves wiping away a tear or two. It was a video packed with innocence, laughter, tiny sounds, and that unmistakable warmth that only a loving parent moment can bring. The video opens softly, like a gentle whisper. Lee Min-ho is off camera at first, speaking in that familiar calm tone fans love so much. His voice alone made viewers pause because it wasn't his actor voice, the deep charismatic one used on screen. No, this was different. This was a father's voice. Soft, warm, filled with affection. As he spoke, the camera shifted, and then the world froze. Because right there, lying on a velvety blanket with big curious eyes, was one of his babies looking straight into the lens with the purest expression ever captured. And just when fans thought they couldn't handle any more cuteness, the other baby waddled into the frame. Tiny legs, chubby cheeks, and an excitement that could light up the entire universe. The twins. Yes, lovely viewers, twins were giggling, babbling, and reaching toward Lee Min-ho, who finally appeared on screen with the softest smile anyone had ever seen. That smile alone was enough to melt every cold heart in the world. The babies stretched their arms toward him, and he leaned forward, scooping one up effortlessly while kissing the other's tiny forehead. The comment section went wild. Fans typed things like, "My heart can't handle this. This is the cutest thing I've ever seen. I'm crying real tears. And Lee Min-ho, how dare you be this adorable?" And the most repeated comment of all, "I need to see the full video now." Because truly, the few seconds alone were not enough to satisfy millions around the globe. But beyond the cuteness, viewers were captivated by something deeper. This video wasn't just adorable, it was intimate, real, and filled with a love that radiated straight through the screen. For years, fans had admired Lee Min-ho for his visuals, talent, charisma, and kindness. But seeing him in full father mode, that was something entirely different. It humanized him in the most beautiful way. It reminded the world that behind the fame, behind the glamour, behind the endless list of achievements, there is a warm-hearted man who cherishes his family with all his soul. Lovely viewers, imagine this moment as if you were watching it live. The twins are in matching outfits, soft pastel onesies with tiny embroidered bears on the chest. One has Min-ho's signature sparkling eyes. The other has the most adorable dimple that appears every time they smile. The babies playfully tug at his sleeves. One even gently taps his cheek while trying to grab his hair. Instead of stopping them, Min-ho laughs, a genuine, unfiltered laugh that vibrates through the room. His fans noticed immediately that the laugh wasn't his typical dramatic laugh from interviews or variety shows. This one was lighter, richer, overflowing with fatherly joy. As he plays with them, he lifts one baby into the air, earning a squeal of happiness so pure that fans said their hearts physically melted. Meanwhile, the other baby crawls over, determined not to be left out. You can almost hear fans collectively gasp as Min-ho scoops up both babies, holding them close to his chest as they cling to him like tiny koalas. There is something so natural, so effortless, so tender about the way he interacts with them that fans instantly recognized. This wasn't staged, this wasn't for the camera. This was real love caught on video. And then came the moment that broke the internet. One baby leaned forward and planted the softest little kiss on Minho's cheek. He froze for a split second, eyes widening, before breaking into the biggest smile the world has ever seen. Millions of fans commented that they replayed that single moment over and over because it was too pure, too innocent, too unbelievably beautiful. Imagine thousands of hearts bursting all at once. The video continued with the twins trying to babble words. Some fans claimed the baby said "Appa," though it was more of a cute mumble, but Minho's reaction was priceless. He gasped softly, looked completely stunned, then hugged the baby so tightly it could have wrapped around Earth twice. Fans immediately swooned, screamed, cried, and left endless comments like, "That's it, I'm adopting the twins," and "I didn't expect to feel this emotional today." Lovely viewers, as you imagine this scene, picture yourself watching from your phone. That warmth that creeps into your chest. That little pull at your emotions. That soft smile you can't resist making. That's exactly what millions felt. This wasn't just a video, it was a healing moment. A reminder of love, softness, and innocence in a world that often feels too loud and overwhelming. But guess what? The video didn't end there. In the next part, Minho places the babies on a fluffy rug surrounded by toys. But instead of playing with the toys, they crawl straight toward him because to them he is the biggest, brightest, safest thing in the room. He laughs softly, trying to encourage them to play, but no. They climb onto his lap, tug at his shirt, and one even attempts to stand while using Minho's knee for support. The little one wobbles, loses balance, and immediately Minho's arm moves instinctively to steady them. Fans commented, "He's such a gentle father. Just look at that protective instinct, and this video cured my stress." He then starts singing softly. Not a full song, just a gentle tune under his breath. Fans recognized hints of a lullaby, maybe one he made up just for them. The babies stare at him with wide eyes, their entire world quieting as he sings. A stillness fills the room, the kind of peaceful stillness that wraps around you like a warm blanket. As if the babies are listening not just to the song, but to the love behind it. Right after the video went viral, fans across continents began sharing their own reactions, but something even more magical started happening behind the scenes. Something that added an entirely new layer to the story. People weren't just watching the video. They were connecting with it on a deeply personal level. Parents said it reminded them of the early days with their own children. Those precious mornings filled with tiny hands, sleepy eyes, and soft baby breath. Fans who weren't parents yet said the video awakened a part of them they didn't even know existed. It was as though Lee Min-ho, with one clip, reminded humanity of the tenderness that often gets buried beneath stress, noise, and the rush of everyday life. And then, lovely viewers, something incredibly sweet happened. People started making fan edits. Beautiful emotional compilations paired with soft music, slow-motion moments of the baby's smiles, and captions like, "Love looks like this," and "The world feels gentler today." The editing community didn't hold back. They added sparkles, warm filters, delicate transitions, and the kind of cinematic touches that made the already precious video feel like a scene taken straight out of a dream or a movie that heals your soul. Some fans focused entirely on the moment the baby kissed his cheek, slowing it down so viewers could watch that tiny, tender expression over and over. Others made edits of Minho's gentle laugh, saying it was the soundtrack to joy. Even people who had never interacted with K-drama content suddenly found themselves watching these edits on loop, sharing them, tagging friends, and writing comments like, "I don't follow him, but this is the sweetest thing I've seen all year." But what really expanded the moment even further was how families reacted. Couples watched it together. Grandparents watched it with their grandchildren. People in hospitals watched it for comfort. Teachers showed it to students during breaks. And it all came down to one simple truth. The baby's laughter, combined with Minho's warmth, created a universal emotional language that everyone could understand. Lovely viewers, imagine how surreal that must have been for Minho himself. While the world buzzed with excitement, he reportedly stayed quietly in the background, surprised but deeply touched by the outpouring of love. Those close to him said he was overwhelmed, in the best way, by how people connected not just with his image as an actor, but with his heart as a father. And honestly, who wouldn't be moved seeing millions of strangers celebrating the innocence of your children? But the continuation of this story gets even sweeter, because fans weren't the only ones reacting. Behind the scenes, people who worked with Min-ho also began sharing little stories. Nothing invasive or revealing, just small hints about his gentle nature around the babies. One production staff member mentioned how Min-ho had always been good with kids during shoots, often stopping to play with child actors between takes. It made fans smile, realizing that the tenderness shown in the video wasn't a surprise. It was simply who he had always been. Not only that, but fans also began noticing something interesting in old interviews. Clips resurfaced where Min-ho talked about wanting to be a father someday, about how much he loved children and admired their innocence. In one clip, he mentioned wanting a family filled with laughter and warmth. Fans shared these old interviews side by side with a new baby video, creating emotional montages that made people cry even harder. Just when the world thought the emotional wave had peaked, another layer was added. Parents began using the video as a soothing clip for their own babies. Several fans uploaded videos of their infants watching Min-ho's babies, smiling, cooing, even trying to touch the screen. It became this wholesome circle of joy spreading from screen to screen, baby to baby, family to family. One mother wrote, "My baby hasn't laughed all week, but suddenly he giggled watching this video. Thank you, Lee Min-ho." Comments like that poured in endlessly. Lovely viewers, imagine that ripple effect. A single heartfelt moment in one family touching people across the world. People Lee Min-ho will probably never meet, yet people whose lives felt a little lighter because of him and his children. But the story becomes even more interactive, because fans started creating challenges. There was the Melted Heart Reaction Challenge, where people filmed themselves before and after watching the video. Some reactions were hilarious. Screams, dramatic gasps, exaggerated fainting. Others were emotional, tears, hand-over-mouth moments. And even people saying they felt healed. Many fans ended their videos with, "Lee Min-ho, you owe us tissues." Another trend emerged where parents showed the video to their toddlers and captured their reactions. Imagine tiny kids giggling, pointing at the screen, saying things like, "Baby," or "Papa." It was a worldwide wave of shared affection, almost like Min-ho and his babies unintentionally created a global moment of healing. Then, of course, there were the talented artists. They drew fan art that ranged from cute cartoon versions of the twins to realistic sketches that captured the softness of Min-ho's smile. Some drew him holding the babies, others drew the babies playing, and several drew the exact moment where the baby kissed his cheek, turning it into a piece of art that fans now share with pride. Some of these artworks became so popular that they began circulating on Pinterest boards labeled, "Cutest Family Ever." The continuation gets even more heartwarming when fans started discussing what the twins might be like as they grow. Some imagined one would grow into a quiet, thoughtful child with Min-ho's reflective nature, while the other might be energetic and playful, full of mischief and laughter. Fans joked that the two of them would grow up breaking hearts across the world, just like their father. Others imagined them accompanying Min-ho on set, becoming the little mascots of film crews and staff members. Lovely viewers, now let's step into something a bit more emotional. With the video's worldwide impact, people began reflecting on why it touched them so deeply. Many said that in a world full of stress, conflict, and heaviness, seeing a loving father with his babies reminded them of hope. Some said it healed a part of their inner child. Others simply said it gave them something pure to hold on to in a time when many things feel uncertain. And perhaps that's the true magic of the video, its ability to connect people with that soft part of themselves again. As the video gained even more traction, something unexpected happened. News outlets, both entertainment and lifestyle, began reporting on the global reaction. Headlines like "Lee Min-ho's fatherly moment breaks the internet," "The video that melted the world's heart," and "A tender clip fans will never forget" appeared everywhere. Some interviews even featured psychologists talking about the emotional impact of wholesome content and how it brings comfort to the mind. Even celebrities joined the conversation. A few well-known actors commented cute emojis. Some posted the video on their stories with captions like, "This made my day," And several Korean stars simply left comments like adorable, so precious, or my heart. After the emotional waves settled just a little, fans began sharing how the video inspired them to reflect on their own families. You see, lovely viewers, sometimes a single moment of pure love from someone else reminds us of all the love we carry in our own lives. People wrote about reconnecting with siblings they hadn't spoken to in months. Others talked about giving extra hugs to their children before school. Even teenagers confessed to sending their moms sweet messages after watching the clip. Isn't it amazing how tenderness spreads like ripples on water? One tiny wave from Min Ho's family touched thousands of other families across the globe. But the continuation gets even more heartwarming when you realize how fans bonded with one another over this moment. Comment sections became little communities of kindness. Strangers shared their personal childhood stories. People opened up about their struggles with loneliness, and other fans comforted them with gentle messages. The video became a safe space, an emotional sanctuary where nobody felt judged, only understood. It's incredible how two babies who can't even speak yet manage to create an atmosphere that adults sometimes struggle to build. Their innocence became a bridge between people. Lovely viewers, imagine scrolling through those comments and seeing messages like, "This reminded me of my late grandmother," or, "I haven't felt peace in a while, but this video helped me breathe," and, "For a moment I felt everything would be okay." These weren't just casual comments. They were emotional confessions sparked by the simple sight of a father holding his babies close. And that is where the magic continues. This story became bigger than fandom, bigger than celebrity culture. It became a moment of global emotional healing. But something else began happening that absolutely delighted fans. People started making predictions about the babies' personalities as they grow. You know how viewers already love connecting dots and imagining adorable futures? They dove right into it. Comments like, "The one with the dimple will be the mischievous one," or "The calm baby is definitely the older twin," and "You can already see who's going to be the shy one." Even though they're still tiny, fans felt they could sense their little personalities shining through the video, and it made them feel even more connected to the twins. And then, lovely viewers, came one of the sweetest developments of all. Parents who were once K-drama fans in their younger years began sharing how surreal it felt to now watch Lee Min-ho in dad mode. Many of them grew up with him, through Boys Over Flowers, Faith, The Heirs, Legend of the Blue Sea. And now they were watching him cradle two little lives with tenderness that made them tear up. They said it felt like watching a friend grow, evolve, and enter a new chapter. A wholesome nostalgia washed over them as they realized how far he'd come, not just as an actor, but as a human being. One fan wrote, "I watched him chase love stories in dramas for years. Now he's living the sweetest love story of all, with his babies." Another commented, "Seeing him like this makes my heart burst. It's like watching an older brother who finally got his dream." And some even joked, "He went from breaking our hearts in dramas to healing them in real life." And the story continues deeper, lovely viewers, because fans didn't just react, they created. More artwork emerged, even more breathtaking than the first wave. Some artists drew realistic portraits of Min-ho lying on the floor with the twins curled against him. Others painted dreamy watercolors of the babies in matching outfits. A few even imagined future moments, like the twins learning to walk, or Min-ho reading them bedtime stories. These pieces circulated everywhere, gathering thousands of shares and comments that praised not just the art, but the emotional connection behind it. And let me tell you, something truly touching happened next. Fans who never knew how to draw tried for the first time because the video inspired them to create something meaningful. They posted their beginner sketches with captions like, "I know it's not perfect, but I drew this because this moment made me feel something." And instead of criticism, they received floods of encouragement. Everyone understood the intention, the emotion, the sincerity. Isn't that beautiful, lovely viewers? This moment didn't just bring joy. It inspired creativity in people who didn't even know they had the courage to try. Now let's talk about something that melted fans even more deeply. After the video went viral, fans began imagining how Min-ho felt as a father raising twins. The sleepless nights, the tiny socks scattered in the laundry basket, the bottles lined neatly on the counter, the adorable chaos of two babies crawling in opposite directions.